Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about some audiobooks that I would recommend. So I've been listening to tons of audiobooks recently because the job that I started a couple of months ago, I can actually listen to audiobooks while I work in the office. So audiobooks have been a massive deal for me because I've been out of the house 11 hours a day and haven't really had time to be reading physically, so audiobooks have been an incredible way for me to keep enjoying reading, enjoying stories, and still feel like I'm reading a decent amount while I'm working constantly. I've really been enjoying audiobooks, and I thought I would just sit down and recommend a few of the ones that I've read recently and that I enjoyed recently. So the audiobook app that I've been really enjoying recently is SCRIBD. I will leave a link in the description box to where you will be able to get a free trial, an extended free trial. It's an incredible app. They have a really big variety of different genres, different audiobooks, different ebooks, and they do not have a limit the same way the Audible does, so you can get a lot of audiobooks in 1 month, which is really handy and something that I really enjoy. So the first audiobook I want to recommend is one that I actually finished yesterday, and that is The Haunting of Tram Car 015 by P. Gilly Clarke. I just figured out, I think, that this might actually be the second book in a series, which is unfortunate, but I'm really looking forward to reading the rest of the ebooks and audiobooks that this author has on SCRIBD, because there are quite a few of them and I really enjoyed this one. It basically follows these two officers from the Ministry of Alchemy, Enchantments and Supernatural Abilities. I can never remember the order of those words, but basically, yeah, it follows these two officers who are investigating a haunted tram car. It's not exactly what they think they're gonna encounter, but it's intense, it's very entertaining. There's a lot of dialogue which is really comical and very interesting. I really enjoyed the characters. I thought they were very well built for such a short book. I thought they were really well developed for a book that's only 130 pages. It was really entertaining, it was very fast paced, and honestly I would have enjoyed it if it was a little bit longer. I think the plot and the actual storyline was really intriguing, and again the characters were really well developed. I really enjoyed them. I thought they were funny and charming, and yeah, I just really liked this story. If you're looking for something that's kind of historical but also fantasy, it's very interesting. It's set in Cairo, and there's a lot of sort of political commentary, sort of stuff about like suffragettes, and the idea of votes for women and stuff is mentioned quite heavily. So it was very interesting, and it was one that I really enjoyed, and I know a lot of people have really liked this. I know that Books with Leo, she recently read that, and yeah, it was just really fun, and I think a lot of people would enjoy it. So then I listened to 7 Ways to Kill a King by Melissa Wright. This was another fantasy. It was really entertaining. I think it's got a lot of those stereotypical tropes for fantasy, the hidden princess, the whole like on the run plot, kind of, the assassin plot. It's very stereotypical in those ways, but I think it was done in a really interesting and entertaining way. I think Melissa Wright did a really good job at keeping the reader entertained, even with a plot that I think in some ways you've seen before. I did really enjoy it. There were some really funny moments, the characters were really entertaining and comical, and I really enjoyed the banter between the two main characters. And yeah, I think if you're a fan of, YA fantasy, the kind of princess, runaway, assassin plot, I think you'd really enjoy this. It was a really fun read, and I did really enjoy it. So then I have a horror recommendation, and this is Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Cezaire. I believe that's how you say his second name. Basically, it follows this group of characters who are being tormented and murdered by this killer clown. It's very intense and gruesome and gross and just thrilling. I definitely recommend it if you're someone that likes horror, that likes gore and thrillers and, that kind of thing. Yeah, it was very fast paced, it was very entertaining. It's, yeah, like I said, it's grim, it's gory, but it's entertaining, it's an interesting story, and I think it was written really well. I would say that, like, I found the character development to be a little bit bland. Like, you didn't really learn too much about the characters, in my opinion. I know a lot of other people don't feel that way, but I just feel like we could have had maybe a little bit more character development. I don't feel like we knew the characters too well, but the plot developed in a really interesting way. There were a lot of twists and turns and shocks and surprises, so I definitely recommend this if you're looking for an interesting gory thriller, because it's definitely that. Another one I would recommend is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerry Maniscalco. This is actually an audiobook that I borrowed from my library, I believe, and I really enjoyed this. It's a book that I wanted to read for a really long time, and I'd sort of been getting more into sort of thrillers, and I'd been craving historical fiction, and this kind of ticked both of those boxes in some way for me, so this was one that I really enjoyed. It's very atmospheric, it's very creepy. There's a very strong female main character who I really enjoyed. There's this kind of mystery going through in many different ways. Like, there's a lot of mysteries that all kind of connect to one another and like entwine together in mysterious ways. It's very cleverly written, and I really enjoyed it. I really like the writing style. The atmosphere, as I said, was super spooky and just really, really cool. And yeah, I definitely want to read the rest of the series. I know there's a couple of other ones, like Hunting Prince Dracula. I think it's called Hunting Prince Dracula, but I'd very much like to read that because I really enjoyed this. And yeah, I think this will be a really good one if you're looking for something that's very gripping, but also not too intense, not too gory, and just very atmospheric and spooky. So another one that I can recommend is the Truly Devious series by Maureen Johnson. I have not read the last book. I really do not want this series to be over, so I am putting it off as long as possible, but this is an incredible story. The writing is phenomenal. The amount of detail that goes into these books is just incredible, and the audiobooks are amazing. The narration is just perfect, and they're just so gripping. They had me hooked instantly, and I just loved them. Like, it's very rare that I will read like 2 books in a series back to back. I tend to just spread them out, but I'm pretty sure I read the first book and the second book immediately together. I was just obsessed with this story. It's very dark academia, it's very mysterious and creepy and atmospheric. It's such a good story. We basically follow this character who goes to this school that specialises in like passions. Like, basically she's very passionate about true crime, and she's obsessed with this true crime case that actually happened at this school. So she then goes to the school and is trying to like solve the mystery, but then there's also a murder mystery that's happening currently at the school. It's very, very cool. It's just written so well. The story is so unique and interesting, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I would definitely recommend the audiobooks because, as I said, the narration is just incredible, and I just think you'll get so much out of it if you listen to this book in audio form. But I'm really, really excited to eventually get the physical copies of these books and reread them because they're just incredible stories, and they're like some of my favourite books of all time now. So the next one I have is Binti. This is a book by an incredible author who I am super excited to read the rest of her books. They are just amazing. Yeah, Nnedi Okorafor is an incredible author. I loved this book. I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong because I suck at pronouncing things. Like, it's a known fact. I'm very bad at pronunciation, and yeah, it's something that I'm working on. But if I'm saying it wrong and you know how to pronounce it correctly, please correct me in the comments, because I'm always trying to learn how to pronounce authors' names correctly, because I know I get them wrong quite a lot, and it's very embarrassing. But I promise I'm trying, and I'm not deliberately trying to butcher people's names. I don't know why I would do that, but that's definitely not what I'm trying to do. But anyway, Binti is an incredible story. It's a sci-fi. It's very short. It's surprisingly short, actually. It's one of her like shorter novels, and there are some really, really incredible other. Well, I've heard incredible things about the rest of her books, and I'm very excited to read them. I know that Monica has read Binti. I don't know. I think she's read other ones by this author. Monica, let me know if I'm, making this up, but I'm pretty sure you have. And yeah, I've heard some really incredible things about the rest of her books, so I'm very excited to continue on with them and find some more and read or listen to some more of them, because they're so cool. They're so unique. They're just incredible stories. It basically follows Binti, who is the main character. She is the first person from her Himba community to go to the Unza University, which is a massive deal, but some things kind of go wrong, some stuff happens, and yeah, Binti is just such a strong lead character. She's just so feisty and unique, and I've never read a character like Binti. I really enjoyed her as a character, and I think the development for such a short and action-packed book, the character development was really good, so I really recommend this. If you want some sci-fi, this is perfect. So those are the audiobooks that I want to recommend today. I can definitely do a follow-up of this video if you guys are interested. As I said, I've been listening to tons of audiobooks, so I'm always happy to share with you what I've been listening to. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely let me know in the comments any audiobooks that you recommend, because I'm always looking for more books to listen to. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see future videos from me, and you will see me in the next one. Bye guys.